What's up?
What's up, y'all?
Stefan is our new Corey Nichols back in the day.
Right. Corey used to be on it before he got all rich and famous. What up, Greg?
Oh no, what's up, Greg?
Greg got him a new Kiko
Yes.
kid at the body shop today. He Snapchatted me. I was like, woohoo.
And by the way, when he posted that, it said Grev Goree. I don't know if
Gregory.
Yeah, Grev Goree. I don't know if you misspelled your name, which I guess you did, but anyway.
Yeah. Steph said he'll take it. Hell yeah.
Yeah, y'all go check out Stefan and Nick's podcast, Smash Masters, every Monday night. They are right now the most what do you say it? Not frequent, the most consistent podcast out there. Now that we've gotten busy and
yeah, it's been bad.
Yeah, we try to be, but yeah.
At least we'll have this week and next week, and then we're taking another week off, and then
which well deserved. You need a vacation, and
can't wait.
You know, you've had a busy. It helped me on mine, and it'll help you on yours.
I'm gonna read all the Reacher books and stare at the river all day, every day. That's my game plan
until that TV comes up.
Yeah, maybe. I didn't even watch that much TV last year because, like you got the view of the river, and I got into reading those Reacher books, and I was stuck.
Does the sun come up over like in the back, or is it facing?
It's behind us. It don't come up in our eyeballs. Thank God.
Okay.
Yeah.
It'd be nice. It was a pretty place.
Yeah.
Me and Mandy will have to get up there at one point, figure out which one y'all rent so we can get.
Oh yeah, I'll send you the link.
It's actually Abby's old dance teacher moved up to Chattanooga last year. And
Mr. Allen?
Maybe we can drop her off there. And
there you go.
Anyway.
No kids allowed, though.
No, not there. I'm talking about drop her off with somebody else, but
dead suckers.
What's up, Nick?
That's what they think.
What's up, Cliff?
Hey, what's up, Cliff? I meant to call you back yesterday, and yeah, I'll give you a shout on the way home.
That's all right. I hadn't called anybody back in a while. Even Kevin called earlier, and I hadn't called him back.
Yeah, he got me this morning. I knew we were texting back and forth. I was like, he'll be calling soon. Sure enough, he did not disappoint.
Yeah. Well, cool. Well, we got a great show tonight. We doing good, brother.
Tired, boss.
I'm tired, boss. Anyway, yeah, I've been following our guest for a while on Facebook, and you know, he puts out a lot of good content as far as before and afters and stuff like that, and does great work. We wanted to get him on, so y'all welcome Mr. Vincent Wilhite to the show. What's up, brother?
What up, player?
Hey.
Hey.
No one-word answers.
I'm so sorry. Hey, what's up?
Perfect.
Yeah. So yeah, you're down in Florida. You're around Daytona area?
Yeah, my shop's in Port Orange.
Okay.
Yeah. Awesome. And for those who don't know, it's basically Daytona.
Yeah.
I've been to Daytona twice to the track and stuff, but my wife and kids went over to the beach and while we were at the track, but we
I said, look at my family, Kurt Brown.
Oh yeah, Kurt. What's up, Kurt? What's up, Cliff?
Yeah, Nick said, what up? Getting the love.
I went to Rockville years ago.
Oh, dude, Rockville is sweaty, hot, and loud, but awesome, man. That's awesome.
Sweaty, hot, and loud.
Yes, it is.
Sounds
that's
like
every day of my life. I ain't got the hot part as much, but definitely sweaty and loud.
Definitely sweaty and loud and hot. But
you got AC in your shop?
Oh yeah. Did that last year. Did that last year. It's the best investment ever.
Oh man, yeah, no, I had to have it. It was one of the first things I put in. I was like, "There's no way."
Yeah.
Well, especially when you're doing like ceramic coating and all that kind of stuff, you know, like me, if I was doing any kind of detailing, when I try to detail my vehicles out here, the outside's fine. It's when I go to do the inside and I'm pouring sweat everywhere.
You're like, I just undetailed this detail.
Yeah.
It looks clean, but why does it smell like ass?
I gotta say hi to my mom. Hi, Mom. Hi,
hey, Mom.
And MJ Speak is my mom. I'm just saying hey.
No, go for it.
Sorry to interrupt.
No, you're good. Go for it. This is your show.
Man, oh, Shane, hey.
You got all the people tuning in and watching. I love it.
So
number one fan.
Yeah, Shane is my ride or die, man.
Awesome.
Speaking of detailing, when I did mobile detailing and did interiors, yes, the outside was always the easy part, but I would like get stains out of seats, and I'm not sure. Well, I'm sure like if anyone with a detailing background knows that like some seats can be stained with like water. So if you add like minerals like salt in that water, it'll stain the seat as you're sweating, and then you got to redo your work, and it's like it sucks.
It's a nightmare.
Yeah.
I hate anything interior. That's why it's ceramic coating, and that's where we're stopping at. Everybody, you do full details? No, we do not. We'll coat the shit out of your car. That's as far as we're going.
It's my own, and I'm going to go somewhere.
I got a JJ.
Nice, like when I go down to MCE, I finally detailed my whole truck. Nice. But other than that, screw it.
Yeah, I got a JJ. Hey, go wash my shit.
There you go.
My neighbors probably think weird of me because I have all the professional setup in my shop, but I won't bring any of it home. And I'll use a leaf blower on my interior just to get everything out. So I'm sure they're like, there's no way this guy owns a shop the way that he says.
Peeking out the window. What the hell is going on?
Is that a leaf blower in his 4Runner? What the hell? Yeah.
So you want to get a little bit of your background? How you start with how you got into detail and then move on to PDR since you got both backgrounds now.
Yeah, man. Well, that and a tent background. Yeah. All right. So
hang on just a second.
Yeah, please.
My wife said my son says he details my truck. Every now and then he will, but I do it most of the time. He details everybody else's. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
You're good. Nick, I am more than likely going to MTU this year unless something unexpected comes up. So that's my answer as of now.
So
I don't want to
you'll be there.
Yeah, I don't want to give a definite yes and then my pinky toe falls off or something and now I got to deal with that. You know what I mean? That would suck.
You can just limp around.
Yeah. They got wheelchairs somewhere.
Like 50 Cent, just limp around.
Yeah.
All right, so I was a CNA. I was a nurse's assistant in college to be a nurse. And I had met some friends who were into cars and they pretty much were like, hey, there's this thing called the ATC Center. It teaches you how to work on cars. Why don't you get into it? And I was like, bet, awesome, I'll do it. So I went to the classes and I argued with teachers a lot. I usually thought they were wrong about something, but it wasn't like anything that was like out of arrogance. It was like, hey, here's the fact of how you're wrong. You're freaking wrong. You know what I mean? But people don't like that. I don't even like it. So why would other people? Yeah. And especially with teachers when they're trying to, tell us how, anyway. While I was a CNA in college from the nursing field to the automotive field, I was arguing with my professors in the nursing field, and that came over to the automotive field. And I got into a real, pretty much bad argument with one of my instructors. And I was like, you know what? F this. I do not want to stay in college to argue with bosses that I have. So I had like $200 to my name. I went to Walmart. I bought interior detailing stuff. And I was like, hey, interior details, $30 a piece.
Nick said, Hudson, is that you?
Yeah. Is Hudson in here?
No, he's joking that you were acting like Hudson because you're always right.
Yeah, no. I learned Hudson and I have that in common for sure. Yeah. I'm a lot more tamed with it now than I was. I usually just keep my thoughts to myself, but backtrack 9 years ago, I was definitely you couldn't tell me I was wrong. Anyway, so I started doing interiors for $30 a piece, still working as a CNA. I was doing home health for a gentleman in the town that I lived in. It was a real nice gig because he was like, I'm not sure, I forgot what the term for it is, but he didn't need care all the time. He pretty much watched car shows all the time, and I just kind of took care of him when I needed to. Like he wasn't, he liked his independence, and that was really that. So as time went on, I kind of just slowly got into more things. I started, like, I bought a Ranger. I started doing exterior detailing, and then and then after a while, after maybe a year or 2 years, I started getting into tinning because I wanted to make a little more money. The mobile detailing was making me more money than I had ever made, but I realized that more money could be made, and that I didn't necessarily like dying outside in the heat in the sun 7 days a week to make the money I was making. So I got into tinning. That was hard because I refused to get trained. I wanted to figure it out by myself the same way I did detailing, and that was a disaster, and I don't ever recommend doing that. It took a long time to get good because of that. But then one day, I didn't even know what PDR was. Like, I was like, PDR, what is, dent repair? And I don't know anything about it. So I looked online when they used to sell like those huge kits on like Amazon. I didn't know what Dentcraft was. I didn't know what anything was.
Yeah.
But Amazon was like, hey, these rods can, massage dents out. And I was like, what an interesting concept. I love it. So I actually looked up Mike Toledo's videos at the time because he was the only person at that time who had content. He had actually a downloadable book at this time to tell you, how to read a line board and stuff like that, which I still read lines. Yeah. I don't even know how to read fog. But after
That's
a while,
my man right
there. So after a while, I don't know, over the course of a few months, I had, acquired my first little set from Dentcraft. I got a couple things from Amazon just to have it. You know what I mean? And I started watching videos from Mike Toledo and John Hiley when they were doing like hybrid work. I'm not sure if they still are. But I started watching their videos like repeatedly, and I just did not stop. I like obsessed over it. The concept, like something about having a dent. And then when you get to that finishing step where like your line board is either a little too close or a little too far, and you're like right here, that right there is why I do PDR. I love that. It's like a passion of mine to see metal like that and be like, you know what, this is going to come out perfect, and they're going to pick up and everyone's going to be thrilled. It's going to be awesome. So as time went on, I realized that not every dent was the same. And that was a bad assumption of mine from the start. I thought that, hey, if I can fix a dent that big, I can do, basically Bryce Kelly stuff. And I was wrong. So I started reaching out to like PDR mentoring groups on Facebook. And that's when I came across actually people like Jim Mitchell, Jeremy Reynolds, Michael Casper, and those are the main three at the time who really helped with answering questions. I still hadn't had any formal training at this point. Actually, the only type of formal training I've had is watching videos and going to the advanced skills seminar last year. Other than that, it's all been pretty much videos asking questions of what I've done wrong, and then, making it right from there on out. And then after that, it was just a slow snowball effect of figuring out what I want to do, because I've stopped tinning a couple times. There have been, as I said, I never got trained with tinning at those times. So it was really difficult to learn the things that I just ended up learning. So there were times that I just stopped tinning and focused more on PDR. There were times I stopped ceramic coats to focus on, tinning and PDR and other things. And then as time went on, I just kind of slowly snowballed into refining all three of those skill sets to where I can confidently say if you put me up against 90 to 95% of shops in each category, whether it's a window tinting category, a detailing category, or a dent repair category, I'm up to par with every single one of them. And that's pretty much like every time I go in the shop, that is my mindset. That's what I think about. That is what I strive for every day. Because there are a ton of shops around me, and I don't want to be the dude who's a jack of all trades. I want to be a master of three trades, and that's what I've done. And I want that to be a prominent thought in people's heads when they think of not just my name, but my business as well.
Yeah. Well, go ahead.
Since you're self-taught in window tinting and PDR, how would you compare both those processes as like the curve to it? Was window tinting harder to pick up, or was PDR harder to pick up?
PDR was absolutely the hardest. With that being said, window tinting was the most frustrating Because with PDR, you can mess something up and then reset your dent or just do another practice dent and you restarted. With tint, you can practice as much as you want, but you're going to be wasting money the entire time you're practicing.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So tinting isn't as hard as PDR, not by a long shot, but it is definitely more frustrating when you don't get it down.
Okay.
So you said you started out trying to learn tint on your own. Did you go somewhere to try to get trained, or did you just...
No, okay. I looked up videos the same way I did with detailing, and I was like, yeah, I can do detailing, so I can tint windows. Haha. And I was right-ish.
Yeah.
I could tint a window at the time and it didn't come out well, nothing like what I can do today. But if anyone listening to this is thinking about getting into tinting, get a mentor. Even if I'm your mentor, there have been people in the PDR industry who have gone to me for window tinting training because, you know, I learned what not to do so firsthand. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, it's like I learned PDR on my own. But anytime anybody asks, I'm like, you know, if I recommend it, absolutely not.
Yeah.
For sure.
Don't go out buying tools. Spend your money on the training first. But definitely, you know, real world PDR, any of the dent times videos and stuff like that. Watch that first before you ever go.
You got Dean King. You got invest in some in person too. Dean King, Mike Seawald, you know, Toledo. There's a bunch of great trainers out there.
Yeah.
Jim Mitchell.
But you know, do some of the online training first. You know, and a lot of them like Jim Mitchell, he'll recommend. You know, before you do any kind of in-person training, even with him, go through the you know, real world PDR online courses first. But I wish, you know, had that when I first started. But it, you know, I learned a lot of what not to do and what to do, and just trial and error.
That's what I don't know if Mark Hunter's still watching or not, but he was doing the online and stuff and thought he had it down, and then he went to in person. He's like, "Holy shit!" Like night and day.
That's my boy, dude. I love that guy. He is so
he's awesome.
Cool.
Yeah,
but he won't come on the show. He's too scared. So,
man, come on.
I know, right? It's like, come on, Mark. We've been battling that for a minute. Yeah, Mark's my boy too. He'll call me with PDR questions. I'll call him with detail questions. So, you know, hand in hand.
No, he does some great work, man, and some consistent advertising. Like every time he posts something, it's in the same format, it's in the same way of doing it, and it's just like, man, if you treat your customers that way, I can definitely see why he's killing it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, when you care about the quality, you want to put that out there in the best way possible, and when it can be done to where everybody, you know, it's kind of like that. It's repetition. You see it in the exact, like Bruce Halverson. I love his before and after videos because every time he does that, he starts the exact same way. Start from back or front of the vehicle away from the dent, goes through it. When he does the after, he does the same exact one. And it's always great.
So, Greg's going to Jim Mitchell's. Nice.
Right.
And then Kyle said YouTube University, knowing he went to Mike Seawald to train, so I don't even want to hear that shit, Kyle. Stephen, and go back what Stephen said, learned a lot through real world PDR, but the in-person training is where it's, you know, faster learning. So,
well, yeah, but you want to get some sort of idea before.
Yeah, you want
if you want to go to in-person training without any clue, without watching anything, you're gonna struggle compared to watching, you know, a lot of, what's up, James?
You chew all them dents up the same way, James. I always mess with James. I love him to death. Uncle Fester.
Lord.
For sure. If it wasn't for Mike Toledo's videos in the early days, I would have been in for probably the rudest awakening of my life, honestly.
Yeah.
Because, like, you know, I post these videos of people who try PDR, and it's so funny, or pictures of people trying.
Yes.
But yeah, I can only imagine how I would have been the same way if I didn't like see anything, because you can explain it all day long, but until you like get your eyes on what's happening and then understand what's happening, it's like, you don't really get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and ask this. Jeremy Nader wants that. Are you a hunter by chance?
Are you talking to me?
Yes.
Am I a hunter?
There's
Hunter,
your answer.
do you hunt? Do you fish? Do you any of that?
No, I've never been
Okay.
hunting, but I do tactical shooting every now and again.
Okay.
Well, Jeremy may
There you
stay
go,
on
Jeremy.
for that.
Yeah. Jeremy's all about hunters. Like, that's
Yeah.
his favorite show. So he had to
Oh,
ask.
nah, sorry. I'll probably end up boring you. My bad.
Going back to Mark, he's don't glue pull everything. That's what I was like. You got to push a dent sometimes, Mark. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, seriously.
He would crack me up too because he would send me the after without the light on. I'm like, put the light on, and he's like, "Oh, I knew you was gonna say that." It's like, of course I am.
Kurt said he hunts memes.
No, he's not wrong. Kurt is my fellow meme lord, and we have like a decade of history together at this point between doing that. So that's it.
What up, B?
I love it. What's up?
Got a lot of people in the comments are coming in hot and heavy. I love it.
We got a lot of doubts, so that's great.
Yeah, man. No, I am
Yeah,
super
I can tell
happy
you
that
storming.
I'm super happy my people are here, man. That's
Yeah, that's
freaking
awesome.
Thanks for making me feel loved.
Well, we always have a good number of watching live. What's up, Shuddy?
Oh, dude, what's up, Ryan?
And but even like I'm going to download this. I promise tonight, as soon as we get off, I'm going to download this.
Please do, because
I got to get last week's on and then this week's on.
That's what Kyle usually listens to him on Apple Pie. He's like, "Why haven't you downloaded it?" It's like, that's Brandon's job.
So, yeah, we upload everything to iTunes, but anyway, I get.
Oh hell yeah!
Sometimes.
I love to hear myself on iTunes, just for the self-indulgence of it. You know what I mean?
and it's weird because when you can't see your face and you're hearing your voice, it's like, what the hell?
Do I really sound like that?
It got me at first. Now I'm used to it.
Yeah,
first I'm like,
I really sound like a redneck.
Yeah. Is there a filter on? What is going on?
Is this AI?
iTunes, you tunes, we tunes.
We tunes.
Oh, shut up, Jeremy. I'll get it. I'll get it uploaded. No, who doesn't?
He tunes. She tunes.
Come on,
we all
B.
tune.
B is back. We owe him another podcast, by the way.
Yeah. B, we got to get you back on, brother. Without the surprise of your family.
Yeah. I like the fact that you not only, got into PDR, you're investing in yourself with advanced skills seminar and stuff. That's not cheap by any means, but it's totally worth it from everybody I've heard that's went. I've not made it to one yet.
It is. Oh, I'm so sorry. What were you going to ask?
I was just going to ask about your experience with that and everything.
Dude, Mobile Tech Expo, the advanced skills seminar was awesome. I'm just going to start by saying, like, I don't just like Bryce Kelly because of his abilities as a dent guy, but like who he is as a person. He is like, I feel like he sets a standard for everyone that is like, here's everyone, here's him. And I sound like a fanboy, and I probably am, but like, seriously, the way he handles people, the way he like handled everyone at the advanced skills seminar, the way he worked on stuff in front of everyone with all these cameras around him is like, dude, like under all that pressure is just amazing. So now that I've gotten like that out of the way, the entire experience itself is awesome. Matt
biggest
Moore's
fanboy.
Yeah, no, she's not right. So, Matt Moore's shop, the shop that we went to in Duluth is absolutely beautiful. It really inspired me to put the floor tiles down in my shop. It inspired me to look at my business from more of a business perspective than just a me working perspective.
Yeah.
And also Keith and Shane were also great hosts. Like they worked on the damage too. They freaking narrated everything while Bryce was working. You know what I mean? They did. You have to get yourself a parrot. What?
I don't know.
That just like threw me for a loop. Anyway,
Squirrel.
What?
That's what the Mississippi boys are talking about.
All right.
They're a little weird.
So, sorry, that just like threw me off.
That's awesome.
Thanks for messing up the show, Nick.
Dude, there's an emoji and everything. Like it was the emoji that I saw. I was like, "Where's a parrot?" Anyway, so Matt Moore's shop is absolutely beautiful. The new one, and the one in Duluth. And he as a person as well is also his business mind. Like I saw him listening to what Bryce Kelly was saying, and like you can just see what's going on in the back of his mind and his eyes. Like he's just intelligent. You can tell he's intelligent. And when he talks to you, he's critical, but like gentle at the same time, and just analytical with what he's telling you, and backed by not just his experience, but the information he's gotten from other people's experiences. And it's really impressive. And it kind of makes you think like, man, I kind of need to step up my game when it comes to socializing. Cause wow. Other than that, it was just really cool to see in person, like, you know, lateral tension and everything else that they showed us. I kind of get, as I mentioned before, I get weird in classroom settings. So that kind of came out there too. I was asking weird questions. People were asking things. I was like, no, you're wrong. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sorry. You know what I mean? I just can't help it. But it was a good time, man. As I said to Andy, actually, I'll say this to you too, Brandon. Funny. This was freaking funny. So in the hotel I was in, I thought I saw Andy. Not just because there was another ginger in the house, but because they looked similar. And I walk up to this dude. I'm like, hey, you here for the advanced skills seminar? He's like, who are you? And I'm like, aren't you Andy? He's like, no. And I had to like walk away and be like, I'm so sorry.
Oh, that's awesome.
Daniel and Nick and Stefan all must be bigger fanboys because they get to pair. I guess it's something about when Bryce Kelly, his story on how he got started.
Oh no!
Yeah, we had him on the podcast and asked him about it. And I don't.
Been a while back. I had to go back.
They're probably right. Nope, you guys are bigger fanboys. I'll give you that. I have no idea what the hell you're talking about.
No, I do. Yeah. Bounce off what you said. Like Bryce Kelly's not also just an awesome PDR technician. Like the most humble dude to be so badass I've ever met in my life, and it's really fucking freaking cool.
Like
I dropped that ball.
So this is going to be a weird comparison, but like bear with me. He has like the humbleness of a fighter, because if you've ever been at like a boxing gym or something, the people who can actually fight, they're humble yet confident. They're not so humble they're getting walked on by people who either question their abilities or just question them as people. Mm-hmm. You know, Bryce just recently had a video that went more viral than most of his other ones. And people are like basically saying like smoke and mirrors, blah, blah, blah. How about this? How about that? And he's just, oh, this is how, and it's polite, it's collected and calm, and it's like, dude, I would have been telling him to F off 1,000 times. Like, how do you do that?
Yeah, it's hard for me to respond to people. You know, I don't take criticism too well.
Stefan don't know the story either.
I actually take criticism really well. Honestly, about a decade ago, I realized that if I give it so much, I might as well take it well. And I, ever since then, you can tell me anything, and I'm like, I'll think about it.
I don't think with me it's like necessarily just criticism. I can't stand ignorant people.
Yeah.
So when you're ignorant, I lash out quick.
But we do retail PDR. It's a great place to be for that.
Mm-hmm. I'll tell you to burn up in your damn car.
Yeah, you will.
Yeah, with no tint, it's going to be even hotter.
No, I'm talking about.
He's got a 1-star
car
review.
On fire, and I hope you're in it. That's my only 1-star review, by the way.
I love that. I mean, I shouldn't love that, but I love that.
He called me that day and told me that. I was like, you said what?
That's amazing. Look, I just ignored a dude and got a 1-star review. Like, I wish I would have said that.
You might as well you getting the 1-star regardless. At least,
dude, I have one star review. I have one 1-star review, and it's hanging up framed in my shop, and it's the first thing you see when you walk in, and it is such a conversation piece, and I get 5-star reviews because of it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Well, so you gave me the idea, so I printed mine off, and I haven't framed it yet. And my wife's like, "You're not going to do that." I said, "I absolutely am," because I have so many conversations when people are like, "Yeah, we found you because you got all these 5-star reviews." I'm like, "Did you read the 1-star review?" They're like, "No." I'm like, "Read it."
Yeah.
Then ask me why I have that 1-star review.
Dude, you want to know what this dude's other 1-star review was? It was a 1-star review for Applebee's because he had to wait 20 minutes for a table.
We got a 4-star review from a guy like that. He's like, great people, but just a little too high for me, 4 stars. But then he had a 1-star review for the gas station. And he's like, I go in there every day and their chicken livers are delicious. I went in the day, they were not good. 1-star review. I'm like, are you serious?
Yeah, dude. What a miserable freaking chicken leg he is.
This guy actually went and created an account just to make my 1-star review. So
you got to respect that. That's like dedication.
But between him and his friend, they both stiffed me for $45,000. So,
you don't respect that. That's fucked up.
No.
I mean, that's messed up.
After I,
Yeah,
no call,
I
no
knew that earlier.
shows type deal. It was hell stuff. So, anyway,
why do I have a 1-star review?
I'm
guess.
sure because Brandon told his story.
Oh, dude, I would love to say why.
Tell us why,
dude. So this freaking guy, Brian, right? This
It's always a Brian.
Dude, it's serious.
It's always a Brian.
So this. Thanks. So this. Okay, I get a call, and this dude is telling me how. Oh yeah, all of my people know who Brian is. So this dude, I'm in the middle of tinning something, and this dude is telling me over the phone. He's like, "Hey, I have a really small dent. You think you could get it in, like right now?" I'm like, "Well, no, politely, I can't get it in right now. But if you send me some pictures, I can give you a rough estimate and let you know what's going on." Hey, Gene. So. So this dude,
Cannon Villain invents a story.
He asked me 5 times in a row in different variations.
Even mom's getting involved.
Dude, everyone knows about Brian. Dude, listen to this. He asked me like 5 times in a row, "Are you sure you can't get it right now? It's really small, blah, blah, blah. It shouldn't take but a, pop out or whatever, things non-dent people say."
Okay, suck it out.
So he eventually, can you suck it out? So he ends up asking, he's like, "Can I just come by for an estimate?" And I should have known better, but I said yes. He pulls up at the speed of light, and he's like, he gets out of his car wearing some political shirt, and I don't go one way or another. So seeing that was like, oh God, here we go. His woman got out of the car doing this over the dent. And I was like, oh my God, I am not dealing with this. So I gave them a quote, and I did tell them I would get back to them. It was a lie. So I wanted them to leave. They left. I ended up blocking him as soon as he left because I was like, I just hope he gets the hint that I don't want to talk to this guy. Like, F this guy. I block him. He calls me from another number. I block him there. He messages me on Facebook. I block his Facebook. He messaged me from a second Facebook. In this case, I say, you know what, man? I don't think we're a good fit for each other business-wise. I'm going to refer you to somebody who I know and trust that's down the road. Then I block him. Again. That's 4 accounts, by the way. Yeah. So I think it was an hour later. It was like 9 p.m. This dude was like, honey, I'm going to write this man a review. He got on and he said, first of all, I wouldn't text his car. That's what in the review, it says that word for word. And he was like, he keeps blocking me and keeps blocking me on Facebook. Wouldn't recommend him. He told me to go somewhere else. He won't text my car. And that's my one-star review.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So I responded to it very professionally on Google, not even 5 minutes later. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. He was sad about that.
I politely declined to suck your dent out, sir.
So,
oh God.
I responded, with a big paragraph of like, hey, here's what really happened. Yes, I was straightforward in my response. I was like, yeah, I told you I'd get back to you, and then I decided not to. You know what I mean? Like, this is the worst you can do about that. I'm sorry. So, the dude, I responded and said, hey, yeah, that is on me. I should have from the jump told you to go somewhere else, but I did not. I have no excuse. That is 100% on me. However, you did contact me for multiple different avenues after it was obvious, like I was trying to not contact you. So like, then I told you to go to someone I know and trust. That's very different than me telling you to just go somewhere else. Try to put the whole truth in there, buddy. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like I just did. I have no problem, accounting for my own actions. Why don't you account for yours? I didn't say it exactly like that, but it was a very professional way of saying that.
I feel like Brian's never been told no before and has an issue with that. And getting told no just made Brian lose Brian's shit.
I think Brian's girlfriend had a major issue with it.
Yeah.
He's trying to get that shit fixed.
Dude, there have been so many times where I do tell customers no for a good reason, not necessarily just because I don't want to do work for them. Or, when they have like a, they have damage that needs conventional body work done. And I tell them, hey, I am sorry. Like, I cannot do it physically. I just can't. And they'll get attitudes and they'll be like, wow, he declined me. He refused me. And it's like, homie, what do you want? Like, I would have messed it up.
We're not worried about the paint. That's
all the time.
No,
I am worried about the paint. I can't do it.
Kyle, it was a freaking Hyundai, Brian. A freaking Hyundai. Like, this wasn't even like anything like worth a big chunk of change.
I just gotta say, I want to have Kurt Brown on the show just for his comments alone. Brian on his own made me doubt all other Brians I know. That's awesome.
Dude, Kurt is a freaking riot. He is so foolish.
Man.
He couldn't fix the dent on his heart. Those Brians are the worst.
No, seriously. Yeah, but
awesome.
that's where my 1-star review came from. I currently, that's okay. So on Google, that's my 1-star review. I have 185-star reviews, which I take a ton of pride in.
That's huge.
Yeah, it's very big, especially for the area that I'm in with a ton of competitors. It is really big.
Mm-hmm.
On Facebook, I have I guess you could say 1-star review. Like, one person doesn't recommend me. I can tell you all about that if you want to.
Sure. If it's as good as the Brian story.
Well,
hope you didn't leave with Brian and let us down on the Facebook.
No, so
Brian's here watching. He saw you were going to be on the show.
Dude, I would love it if that dude was stalking me. I would be like, homie, let it go.
Oh, God.
So this other guy was like I don't know, he's probably younger than me. He's like 25 or something. I don't know how old he is. But he hits me up for touch-up paint. And Andy, I saw that you got the Dr. Color Chip system. I got the same one.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a section of my website. It literally is a huge drawn out scientific explanation as to why and how touch-up paint is not perfect. And it will never be perfect, but it is a good alternative to paint work because you get to keep your factory paint. What's better than that?
Right.
It's why we're in the business in the first place, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this dude reads all the disclaimers. Then he asks more questions, basically very redundant, but very professionally, I'm like, you know what? It's just not going to come out perfect, man. Then Dr. Color Chip, because it's a pearl color, they send me a disclaimer and they're all like, hey, it's going to, it's a pearl color. It's not going to come out perfect. I'm like, okay, I'm going to send the same thing to him just so we're all on the same page. There's no miscommunication whatsoever. I'm very transparent. I like people when transparent. I like it when people are transparent with me, blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
This dude's response was, so you're telling me it's going to come out like sugar honey iced tea? And I'm like, how many times can I say it's not going to be perfect? He didn't like that, and he left me a bad review on Facebook, and I was like, huh. So that was that. The crazy thing is that the person that referred him is a good friend of mine who's also in business.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy who left me the review asked his friend, family member, whoever he is, to do it afterwards, and he can't get it done now because of what he did. So now he's stuck with all these paint chips because anyone who knows that what he did, and he can't get it done now.
Nice.
It's just called karma.
Yep. I love karma.
Kurt said, I thought he was going to say he's referred by Brian. Kurt's awesome.
Yeah, Kurt is awesome, man.
Yeah, Dr. Color Chip, I need to go in and look at your website and how you got the label, because we've not really pushed it just because it's hard as a PDR technician knowing you can get a dent flawless, smaller dents. Some big ones have ways, whatever. But it's hard for me, in my mind, to sell that Dr. Color Chip knowing it will be, for the most part, flawless. You know what I mean? So I need to look at kind of your disclaimers and find a better way to sell that and feel comfortable with it.
Well, so it's a mental thing for sure. When I first got it, sorry, I'm reading all these comments. When I first got the Dr. Color Chip,
that's for Andy.
I was actually already doing a lot of touch-up paint work, and when I was doing detailing and stuff, and also PDR and everything, you're striving for the highest quality. It's a skill. With touch-up paint, it's not like that. It just looks bleh. So like the mental aspect of it is like, how much of my pride and ego can I set aside to make everyone happy? And when I redirected into that mindset with touch-up paint, it became a lot easier to sell it because it was transparent from the jump. Hey, I am not selling you perfection. I am selling you preventative maintenance. And that preventative maintenance is to prevent rust and to blend the area in well enough to where you do not even consider getting a repaint in a month when you forget it existed.
Yeah.
So
that's pretty good. Yeah.
So rather than selling, perfect. Yeah, man. Josh, whenever you want to come on by, feel free to. You can hit me up whenever.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So it's almost like selling really anything, but protect the subject. Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying, Matt. If you sell it as if you are selling it more as a preventative maintenance thing and to where you just don't consider repainting it, it really takes away from it's not going to be perfect because now you're proud of the fact that you just saved them from a $500 to $5,000 repaint, and it's awesome.
Right.
Yeah.
And there's a good analogy out there, like black button, black shirt. Like you still see the button; it's the same color, but you still see that spot. So that's a good analogy we need to kind of put into that when we're selling touch up. Like, so we've done several. It's kind of been just a complimentary thing. Like we'll do it, but I'm just not feeling good enough to sell it yet.
Like I don't have Dr. Color chip. I don't have. So when I do touch up, I either get the customer I send them to the paint store, let them mix it up. I explain to them it's going to be the base variants. There could be 10 different variances on this color. And unless it's a high metallic silver, or something like that, I said it's going to be pretty close. But all it is preventative. It's to keep it from corroding or try to at least. I said, but when the difference between the customer trying to apply that compared to me is they're going to take the brush that comes with the touch-up, whether it's a paint pen or whatever. That brush is way too wide for that little spot, and the color is going to go all on top of the clear coat, and then when it cures, it sinks down into where the paint's actually missing and sits all on top of the clear coat everywhere else, and it just looks horrible. I said, that's what you notice. I said, so when I do it, I'm going to dot it straight in where the paint's missing. And, but it's just there for 10 foot and back. It's there to help protect it from corroding and look a lot better from 10 foot back.
We got one hail car that guy tried to touch up himself. It looked like he tried with a paint roller that we're going to clean that up for him. Like it's a little scratch. It's like that much paint. God dang.
Well, I had a returning customer yesterday morning come by here, sent me photos real quick, and you can tell where the black car, white door hit it, created scuff mark. It looked like it was this big in the photos. Then she got here, it was like this big. She already went and bought touch-up paint. She's like, I got the touch-up paint in there. I'm like, let me pull it around. Polished it off real quick. Had a little bit of nick in the clear. Wet sanded that out. 1,500, 2,000, 3,000. Polished it out. It's like nothing ever happened. Come back. Like, well, I got the touch-up paint for later on. I'm like, well, most customers are going to take that touch-up and paint over that transfer that's on there. So anyway,
the biggest fan ain't he had work done by you.
Dude, Cody is a freaking badass, man. I have never met this man. He has been not only super supportive, but like he just lost a leg, and that dude is unstoppable. Like this man is so inspirational because like even with this physical disability, like he's still out doing stuff all the time. He's still walking. Awesome. He's still doing what he needs to do. He's still surfing. He just made a freaking post about laughing because he almost lost his leg in the ocean. Like the dude's a freaking like he's awesome.
That's awesome. That's like Wheels that we had on last week. He's paralyzed from chest down, and he's racing motorcycles and shit like that. And
that's so cool, man.
He made a joke about some shoes. Everybody's talking about they didn't feel that great. He's like, mine felt great. Just little simple shit like that.
What's up? Michael's on here finally.
Dude, yeah, I've been waiting for you, man. I turned on that light, by the way.
We
got to get him on. He's on our list to get on here too. So.
We got to get it. We even got the Vincent's like outside of PDR. Like,
I know. We've and there's some other stuff I want to talk to. That's back on the detailing side too. But so let's dive into real quick on who you are outside of the PDR world, detailing world. What you like to do. We kind of know the answer, but are you married? got a girlfriend? If you do, what do y'all like to do together? What's some of the stuff that you like to do? You know, anything
Brandon's
that's
going to take 15 minutes to talk about what you could talk about.
Shut up.
It's all good. Oh, what's up, Dakota? So, all right. So, Cassandra, my girlfriend, she just showed up.
There she is.
Oh,
Boom.
there you go.
I'm the girlfriend.
Yeah. So, all right. I guess I'll start with me and then just branch from there. So, as everyone can see, I'm a freaking nerd. I love anime and playing on my Nintendo Switch. I don't hide it. I'm not one of those dudes who like try to live as if my life was an anime. I just really enjoy the cinematics of it and the storylines, and it's stuff you can't really get in live action movie shows. And I kind of go to these Japanese cartoons to get that fix. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. So that's L, by the way, the guy in the pink.
Yeah.
That's L. That's
Okay.
Anime called.
I thought it was you. I thought it was a self-portrait.
I take that as a compliment. He is an awesome character. Oh, dude, I'm actually gonna get him tattooed on me at some point.
Nice.
Okay, so I'm a huge nerd, man. Honestly, my life's pretty boring. I go to work and I go home to my girlfriend. I watch anime and I play on my Switch and I work on my website, and that's pretty much all I do. I'm super into health-related things, but not so much. This sounds kind of contradictory, but yeah, Kurt's right. But I don't really focus too much on the fitness end of it. Like, I'm not a super big dude or anything, but I really am conscientious about what I eat, about what other people are eating. I'm constantly lecturing people about what they should and shouldn't be eating because I'm just freaking awful. But other than anime, health related things and my work, I like playing Metroid a lot and looking up videos on any of those concepts. And pretty much every day I strive to go to work, do a great job, and then go home to my girlfriend and hang out with her. And that's pretty much like that's pretty much it, man. I'm a pretty boring dude.
You do stuff like outdoors, because I mean, didn't you just post this morning like paddleboarding somewhere? Or
yeah, I have springs 20 minutes from my house.
There you go.
I get it, Cody. I'd be the same way,
man. Don't even get me started. So yeah, man, I was actually just at the springs today, and I was paddleboarding. I like going on nature walks and stuff. Yes, I do. I like going on nature walks and stuff, man. And I just, anything that's really kind of calm. I don't really like, my background is pretty insane. So I don't really like, as an adult, I'm very just, hey, I'm here to chill and do whatever. Oh, thanks. I appreciate that. I guess one thing I don't really talk about a whole lot is like mental health related things. I have a lot of experience and a lot of knowledge with like mental health related things, especially like men's mental health related things. And I've gone on walks with like a flag. I have it in my closet that literally says walking for men's mental health. I've had people walk behind me. Jen is one of them. Cassandra's one of them. There have been lots of people that have joined. And
I just saw you post something about that too.
That's huge. I love that. It's awesome.
Yeah. Well, this is probably going to take a dark turn for a second, and then I'll go, we'll go back to not being so dark. Last year, I lost my best friend to suicide. And with that being said, I just took it upon myself to kind of just be like, I know I don't have any control over the situation. So where's my preventative maintenance? What can I do to kind of, prevent that from happening to someone else who loves someone? You know what I mean? And the best I could think of was ordering $300 worth of a book called The Body Keeps the Score, get a huge flag that says Walking for Mental Health, and getting people to walk with me. And that was it. And that was why that's pretty much it. That's what I do in my spare time, man. I don't really talk about it a whole much, honestly.
I mean, I think it's something that we need to talk about more, because a lot of us, especially Andy knows, I mean, stress is a freaking killer. And owning your own business, shops, I mean, Andy's dealing kind of with, like having a big storm like he's having now and just feeling like he's got to be everywhere. I've gone through it. Even when you're real slow and stuff like that, I mean, it can hit you hard. And you know, us as men, we want to, I'm a man.
Be stoic. You gotta be stoic, and
But we all go through it, whether we put it out there or not. And I think it definitely needs to be talked about more often.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, there's a interesting thing that I do during stress, because I'm no stranger to stress. But when you're working and stuff, dude, even just like deep breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth, just being conscious of that is huge. It can make a huge difference. And it's really funny because there are a lot of Eastern practices where they consistently meditate, and that's where you think of like monks and the people who sit there and light themselves on fire and stuff. And when you think about those people and what they're doing and what they've done for years, when you look at like the neurology of how the neurology of mental health in today's age, like how, deep breathing is becoming more prominent in mental health fields rather than, breathing is literally an alternative to medication. You got to think about why.
Yeah.
And when you look at these MRI scans of these people who have meditated all their lives, they actually have way higher, I think it's like GABA or something. It's something in the brain that actually reinforces the prefrontal cortex, which is actually associated with personality. Which is really strange because when you are meditating, you're actually walking away from the concept of identity. And it's really strange that when you even take 10 minutes a day to walk away from your concept of identity, you're actually literally in an MRI scan, physically, anatomically speaking, more of yourself. And I just wanted to, say that nerdy thing,
Oh, perfect. Well, you got to think that like I've got high blood pressure now, and I just went on vacation, the week of the 4th and all that. And literally we pretty much did nothing. We'd go to the pool or we'd walk across the street, go to the beach. Did that for a week. And I come back, my blood pressure was low. It was normal. I felt so much better. It just doing that. But like I can feel it creeping back up again. And I haven't changed what I've eaten or anything like that. It's just being back in stressful, work and stressful environment, stuff like that. You start worrying about everything and again, like I'm when I did the 75 hard challenge 2 years ago now. Crap, I got to do it again. I got to do it again.
You ain't dragging me in this damn.
No, I'm doing by myself again. But that right there got my mind off a lot of stuff back then too, and I've got to do that. It's just getting your mind off things. But when you get stressed and your heart actually starts trying to overproduce, it's trying to beat a lot harder and stuff. So doing breathing exercises. I did yoga back then as one of my exercises and stuff. And I didn't have these issues. So that's my goal is getting back to doing that here very soon.
I agree with Chris. Like music to me, like I'll use music to decompress too. Like I can turn some music on back here and I feel a lot better while I'm working. Stuff kind of goes away a little bit. So I get with that.
Absolutely. Did you know that consistently practiced yoga can actually decrease how your body interprets pain by 30%?
I did not.
Isn't that
cool? I was in a lot of pain doing yoga.
Yeah. It's like, wait a minute. No. I thought it was the other way around.
No, there's a lot of great benefits from it. And I wish I would have stayed because I lost 30 pounds or whatever it was. Yeah. I went right at 30 pounds.
Nice, man.
In those 75 days and looked great, felt great. I mean, this right here, it's all swollen now, was gone. Even when Andy did it, I mean, he could tell
I lost 25 and gained 30.
Yeah.
I'm almost back up to what I was when I started the last time, and I got to do something. But it's all mental.
Yeah, that's your body cannot differentiate stressful mental stimulus from one that's right in front of you. If you're thinking it, it's your body thinks it's happening, and the crazy thing is that it's just a thought. That's all it is. Yeah, but anyway, I'll stop geeking out about that.
I love it.
what I think about and what I talk about honestly all freaking day. Like a lot of people hit me up for all types of stuff. I'm no therapist or anything.
That's like I can't even go to sleep till midnight or past because my mind's going 1,000 miles per hour on any and everything there is.
You know what I do? Like, and I was having problems going to sleep and stuff. I just start like, I'll count sheep or something like something stupid. Like
I don't have
joking
sheep.
about it, but well, it's just in my head. I'm thinking of something to count that keeps my mind off of everything that's keeping me awake.
But when I try to do that, then it'll start out fine, and then all of a sudden the sheep will be on fire, or they'll start running everywhere. There's always some sort of stressful situation that starts happening. But no,
I do wake up 4 o'clock in the morning. I wake up pure anxiety. Got to get up and get going, or there's no reason to lay there anymore. I'm a miserable wreck, so I got to get up and start going.
I do want to ask. I noticed that you started putting out some of your own detailing products and stuff too.
Yeah, man. Right? Yeah. So, just recently, I have been. By the way, the sleeping thing, you can also count backwards from 1,000. That works really well too. Anyway. Sorry, I'll stop there.
I'm too dumb for that.
Yeah, it takes a lot. It really does take a lot. I think I've gotten to like 879 and was like,
oh, wow.
I think so, yeah. That was like my record 5 years ago or something. And then I was like, I'm done with this. This is annoying. Anyway, yeah, so the detailing products, man, I had been thinking about ways to make like more passive income. I know it still takes energy and I still like ship stuff out, but I wanted ways to do it in a way that was like valuable for me and people who not only like, wash and detail their cars themselves, but like professionals too, or even just like weekend warrior type deal.
Yeah.
So I found some distributors who wanted to work with me and I wanted to work with. And I was like, hey, here's the deal. This is what I want. This is what, I want everything to look like. Can we do it? And they were like, yeah, let's do it. I'm like, that awesome. So the website is a continuous work in progress. But I am very happy and confident in the products that I now have listed and how I am advertising them and, just how they're going to go in the long run. It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Is the website live?
Yes. Yeah. It's live on dingdoctorcarcare.com.
You want to put it up in the banner?
Yeah, if I can spell her, dingdoctorcarcare.com.
Can you spell Ding Doctor?
Well, my fingers hit other thing.
You're too fat. You gotta get on 75 hearts to make your
dingdoctorcarcare.com.
Oh, dude, that's freaking awesome. I appreciate that.
So y'all, if you need anything, go there and get what you need because been watching it for a while and that's awesome.
I appreciate it, man. Yeah, my next step is to do videos with like how to use them. Oh yeah, he does have that. Yeah.
He said years, not days.
Yeah. I completely forgot what I was saying, Kurt. Thanks. I appreciate that. A lot, Kurt. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I completely forgot what I was saying. Sorry.
You're good. You're good.
Kurt does that to me.
You're good. Well, we're right at almost a minute to an hour here. That went by fast, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
Just caused me to write some.
Kurt loves you too.
Love you.
GB20 at checkout.
Andy Ott said something about his reviews are okay. The sucker's got like 2 billion reviews.
Yeah, all of them.
I mean, it's crazy.
That's awesome.
What's your total now, Andy? Put it up there. What's that, Ryan?
Andy, I think I'm still around 125 or something. It's so hard to get reviews here.
Listener, first time.
Is it really?
Yes. Like we've asked for so many, and we're only at 100 in 5 years at 125 or something like that. Like go above and beyond. People's in here. Yes, we'll definitely leave you a review. No problem. And then it's crickets.
Yeah, I'm like 130 something now. It's crazy.
802.
Yeah. Yeah, he's not even bullshitting.
Oh my god.
Yeah. He likes to talk shit about it in our PDR 20 group. I'm like, shut up.
Yeah. And it's crazy because like Andy's figured something out on how to get the reviews and get all of these. I've tried to put out there, and of course, once I do a job in the CRM system, I put it out there where it sends it out. I've even offered, hey, get $25 off your next repair or whatever too. Man, it's like some days or some weeks I'll get 3, 4, and then I can go several weeks I don't get crap.
So you basically. I'm so sorry. I keep interrupting. I'm so sorry.
No. You're fine. You're fine. I'm just saying, like, out of looking back, out of the thousands of customers I've had, and I've got 135, 136, whatever it is, reviews on Google, and that's it.
Yeah, it's exhausting.
It's crazy.
What works for me, I kind of heard you use either CRM or you're like, hey, like do this and I'll do that. Mm-hmm. Honestly, man, what works for me the best is being like, just, hey, bud, or not bud. Wow. Don't ever say that to anyone. They're like, hey, man, what's up? Like, hey, I appreciate you coming to me. You know, you could have gone to anyone. He came to me. Would you mind leaving a review on my Google listing? It really helps out. And when people read it that way, like, I don't know what happens, but like, oh, yeah, that'd be awesome. And then like within minutes, I usually get something. So,
well, I even have this sitting on the desk and I always forget to, all I can do is put your phone right up to it, pulls up.
That is freaking cool.
We got a hail card.
Cheap,
we finished the hail card today. Like dropped off last night, finished today, picked up today. Send them the Google review link. Guaranteed, I won't get one. Like above and beyond hail card done it the same day. We'll see what happens.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy how it works. That's why I was telling Andy that.
That's on Kyle Bracken. Shout out to him for getting that thing done in one day. So
that's like I was looking like Monday and Tuesday. I put 3 different posts out, and I always put it on my business and share it to my personal. Well, the first post has 2 likes. The second has 1 like, and the third has had 0. Like there's 0 activity on Facebook. And so then earlier I put the same, just the pictures, not like the Canva looking thing, but just the photos of those 3 and just put it straight on my personal page. And within a couple minutes I had like 15, 16 likes.
That's how it is.
There's something going on. Because it hasn't been like that, so I don't know what it is. There's something
actually
going on.
I think I can tell you what it is. So you know when they started this professional mode with Facebook, where on like anyone's personal profile, like you can now like make money off of content. The engagement for business pages went down significantly since then. So in order to like fill in what they're paying people, you have to pay to get your posts seen on business pages now. So that's kind of what I've kind of put together. It's not like a fact or anything. It's just something
you're probably right. You're probably right.
But
yeah.
Well,
yeah. Sorry, he's still counting over there.
I was fine. I was gonna say, we're
I'm surprised he made it that far.
What? James he's counting down already. Oh yeah, because he lays in bed and listens to us.
Yeah, business meta sucks. It's some pain in the ass.
Yeah, the meta, like the separate meta one, is that what you're referring to? That one does suck. I only use the actual Facebook app for literally anything, and I don't even advertise on Facebook anymore because most of the time I'm just wasting money.
And what I hate is that on the business one, if you try to do, you can only upload 1 video. You can't upload a before and after video, and you can't upload a video and photos at the same time, but you can on the personal stuff.
Yeah,
that's what sucks.
That's bothered me for a long time too.
We could go on and on about this, but
last question, real quick. How do you pronounce your last name?
Wilhite. It's exactly how it is spelled, and it's very German sounding.
Okay.
So
I know
just imagine some German guy saying it.
Wilhite.
Yeah, I like that. I wasn't gonna do it, but yeah.
I didn't do the hand signal. I didn't say you were Hitler. Come on.
Oh my God.
Oh, man. Anyway,
I have a question for you guys before we go.
All right, what's up?
Are you guys actually brothers?
No.
Oh,
but we are both redheads, and
we're brothers in spirit.
Yeah,
brothers in spirit.
Well, we can only grow the hair. He can grow it on his head a little bit. I can't grow crap. But I gave my red hair to both my daughters.
I got a 5 head. If I was in the army, I salute like this. Yes, sir.
Well, if you do that, then I'm back here.
I don't have dreams. I have movies.
No, everyone thinks that, but there's like other letters in there for making it Wilhite, not White.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you guys having me on the show.
Yeah, thank you for coming on, brother. It's been a great episode.
Exactly. It was a great show, and I'll get it uploaded here in just a minute to iTunes, so you can share that too.
There you go,
man.
Kyle.
So anybody that missed it can go. But yeah, y'all go check out dingdoctorcarcare.com. Get you some products there. And we do have a show next week. We will post that here, this weekend or whatever to get it out. But appreciate everybody watching, commenting tonight. We had a lot of people watching. So thank y'all. But anyway, just we'll see you next week.
Bye, everybody.
Peace out.